everyone. Welcome to Back to Basics, video number 1 for adult beginners and intermediate adult students. It's my pleasure to teach you. My name is Marlene Moore, and I have been playing the piano for a long time, since I was 3 years old, as a matter of fact, and that's a long time. And it has been one of the biggest loves of my life, and I hope it will be that way for you too. As I understand it, we have mostly beginners today, about 350 of you. Imagine. And you are very eager to learn. And this is why I want to do this class, because it's really not fun to be able to teach people who are not interested. So I know that all of you are very interested because you've told me this. And I am delighted, absolutely delighted to teach you. Everyone thinks that learning how to play the piano, even if you're trying to teach yourself, everyone thinks that it's a lot of practice. And a lot of adult people think that they're going to learn how to play pieces. And that's fine. We will learn how to play pieces. Maybe you'll even play Edelweiss or something like that. Who knows? What I want to teach you is how to play well. And how we do that is through your technique. How it's not so much what you play, it's how you play. And that's my job, is to teach you how to play well. Because you can certainly pick up a lot of really bad habits by watching the internet, or even if you have a teacher that's not very good. And there are a lot of teachers that are not very good. But, a lot of them are very good teachers. They're excellent teachers. And I want to be able to take all of that excellence and pass it on to you. That will be my greatest pleasure. Playing the piano is a lot of practice, a lot of perseverance, a lot of patience with yourself mostly. You need to be patient with yourself. And it's one little tiny baby step at a time. There are a lot of books on the market to do with teaching adults. And the problem is that some of the authors of those books, although they're written very well, think that adults have to have really big songs, and they have to be popular songs or Beethoven's latest classics from way back when. They don't. You need to learn the same way that a child learns. You need to learn from the beginning. So that's what I want to do. I want to teach you from the beginning. And although our books may have titles such as Peanut Butter and Run Pony, it doesn't matter. It's still how we count. It's how we play. So be ready to learn how to play the piano the same way as a child does, because we all have to do that, even if you're 95 years old or 25 or age 3. So let's call this series that we're going to do Back to Basics Beginner Piano. We'll do that. We'll call it Back to Basics Beginner Piano. This is your first phase today. Later on, if you stick with this long enough, you will be doing Back to Basics Intermediate Piano for adults. And it all depends on how we do with the books, and we'll slide into intermediate sooner or later. The Back to Basics piano program, my curriculum books, are all based on these 4 simple things: love, achievement, freedom, fun. And you know what that spells, huh? Laugh. Love, achievement, freedom, fun. If you stick with me long enough, I'm hoping to teach you all of these things: note reading, sight reading, improvising, piano technique, composing, memorizing, And if you're still standing, piano performance. Because piano performance is one of the hardest things to do. People have a lot of stage fright and that kind of thing. Um, and I've done that for years and years. I've taught workshops on performance anxiety, better known as stage fright. So I can help you with that. All of my books are available at jwpepper.com/myscore/Marlene Moore. You'll be watching this video that I'm doing today several times. You'll have to, because you can't absorb it all in one shot. Okay? About the books, here they are. They're very nice looking books. This is book 1. It says Back to Basics Piano, book 1 by Marlene Moore. We're going to talk about it today. I'm going to play a lot of these pieces for you today. And they always have a white cover and a grand piano on them. It has my picture on the back. You can see it's in color on the back, and the little notes are in color on the front. Book 2 is also for beginners. It's a little more advanced, but not that much. Book 3 is also what you need. Now this is for beginners. And book 3 is taking us very, very gradually into intermediate. So if you are an intermediate piano student, if you have already learned all of the basic beginner stuff, you would need books 4 and 5, okay? Books 4 and 5. Music is made up of scales, chords, and arpeggios. We're talking about what the piano does. We think it does everything with all of these 88 keys, and it's a whole lot of stuff, but it's really only 3 things that every piece is made up of: scales, or chords, or arpeggios. Here is a scale. That's a scale. You should be able to play that in no time flat. Scales, 2 hands. So a scale is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. There are major scales and minor scales. There are chords that are part of a scale. Here's a chord. Chords. So a chord is 2 or 3 or 4 keys that are pressed down at the same time. There could be 5. It could be 10. That's a chord. This is a chord. This is a chord. There's a chord. All right? So scales, chords, arpeggios. What is an arpeggio? It's a chord that takes a trip. That's all it is. A chord that takes a trip. So we're going to be learning all of that stuff. Isn't that exciting? And we're going to be learning the placement of notes, where they are. This is a staff, and these notes live on the staff. Okay, first of all, though, let's get right back to the basics. I watch so many people playing on YouTube that are sort of beginners or intermediate who have taught themselves. And I see this, and I see hands drooping down here, people slouched over, or sitting too far back, or too high, or too low, or the wrists are up in the air like this. That's all wrong, all wrong. And it's due to one thing. People do not know how to sit. Most students do not know how to sit. So here's how you sit. I hope you've got a very, very nice measuring tape, because that's what you're going to need to figure out where to sit. All right, I'm going to measure from here, from from my elbow to my third finger. There we go. To my elbow, you see that? To my third finger. And that comes to 12 inches. So now I'm going to take my measuring tape and I'm going to put it here at the edge of the white key to here, where the 12. Okay, there's right there. That is where the edge of my bench should be. The front edge of my piano bench should be on the 12. You got that? So measure yours when you go home, or when you finish with the video. Measure yours. And you have to be sitting properly in order to play the piano properly. The other thing is, if you are high-waisted, you will sit lower. If you are low-waisted, you will sit higher. In other words, from my waist to my armpit, I'm what you call low-waisted. It's not long. I'm not long and skinny. I'm not short, but this part of me has a lower part. That means I need my bench higher. If you are very long through here, you need your bench lower. You have to be able to have your arm and your hand like this, so that the arm is level with the keyboard. Right? You see that? Now, if I wasn't, I'd be down like this. My hand would be drooping way down. We don't want that. You want to be comfortable. That's number one, to be comfortable. Very, very comfortable. All right. What is the piano made up of other than scales, chords, and arpeggios? What is the actual keyboard made up of? Well, 2 black keys and 3 black keys. Have you noticed that? 2s and 3s, all the way up. 2s and 3s. The black keys are your signposts of where the white keys live. So if you haven't learned that, practice, as soon as you get off of this video, practice finding the 2 black keys. Here they are. Here they are. Touch them. Very important to touch them. And the 3 black keys. 3. There they are. Touch them. Play with them. Get used to them. Say hello to them. They're going to be your friends. The next thing would be your white keys. Well, without the black keys, they wouldn't mean anything, would they? So let's look for middle C. It's right at the front door of the 2 black keys. Do you see where my belly button is? It's right in front of your belly button. Right there's the 2 black keys. To the left of the 2 black keys is C. That's middle C. And we use middle C as your guide point of where you sit and where you're at. Because where we're going to be playing is not middle C. We're going to be playing up here and here. That's where we're going to be playing. Middle C will be our guide point of where we sit. The other 2 of where we're going to play. Let's see if we can find all those C's. Let's find the 2 and let's find all of those C's. Touch all of those C's. These are C's. There they are. Great. Okay, now let's find the C that is above middle C. There's 2 black keys here. Now find that C. You see, it sounds the same, but it's higher. There it is. Now let's go back to middle C and find the 2 black keys that are lower. And there it is. It has a nice sound, doesn't it? Middle C, lower C. Middle C, higher C. Great. That's good. So, in this book, in book 1 that you need, we can't do this class without you having the book. We really have to have you get the book. So get it as soon as you can. Probably your best bet is to order the e-copy, because it'll come faster, and then you can make 1 copy if you want to have a hard copy like this. Okay? You're going to need it because I can't show you here and here and here and show you everything in the book too. So you need the book, and you need the book to practice every day. So very, very important. So after we find all the C's, then we're going to start with this one, and you're going to go up this way. 5 and back down. So it's C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C. How do I know that? Well, there's only 7 letters, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and it starts all over again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and it starts all over again. There's no H. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Do you get the point there? Okay, so we find our middle C, go up to the next C, and push all your fingers down one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and come back down. Great. Very, very nice. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to play peanut butter. Take a good look at this. Here are your left hand C, D, E, F, G. There they are. There's your middle C. There's C, D, E. There wasn't room to put F and G, but you can figure that out. This is the little song. This is your first song in the book. It's called Peanut Butter. What it's really saying is 1 and 2 and. 1 and 2 and. That's what it's saying. Okay? That's all it's saying. But for the benefit of little kids, I just say peanut butter because peanut butter is much easier to remember than 1 and 2 and. Like 1 and 2 and can get very, very boring. So we're right here. I'll show you. Middle C. There's your middle C. And we are starting here on this C. And in the Back to Basics program, that's where all of your beginner stuff starts. So you really need to learn this very, very well. Okie dokie. All right, let's go to peanut butter. I'll show you what it looks like here. Peanut butter. Do you see? It's got 4 notes. There's a little guy down there helping himself to the peanut butter. And before we get into the song, I want to teach you what a staccato note is. In piano, we have what's called legato playing. Legato, very smooth playing. And we also have what's called staccato. See the difference? One connects with the other. That's legato. One doesn't connect with the other sound, and that's staccato. Okay? Now, I want you to take your right hand and put it on top of your left hand. Alrighty? Watch my wrist. This is what we're going to be doing. This is called wrist staccato. Wrist staccato. Take and touch the side of your thumb, not the end of your thumb, just the side. And we're going to play on the tips of our fingers for your second finger on the finger tip. Touching it, now the third finger, touching it, and it's going, your wrist is going up each time. Now watch my hand carefully. Look at my hand very carefully. You see what's happening there? All right, you're going to be trying that on your piano. For now, just do it on your other arm. Okay, so all of peanut butter gets what is called a wrist staccato. We're really saying 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and, but that's kind of boring. Let's say peanut butter. Peanut butter. You see? When you were little, you learned how to wave bye-bye, dada. If you have children, your children probably did that, wave bye-bye, dada. Well, that's what's happening here. That's all that's happening, is your wrist is very, very loose. way I'm teaching you this piece, this is called rote learning. So you're going to watch this video about 5 or 6 times until that piece has gone into your ears, up to your brain, and down to your fingers so that you can play it really well. And you start with the side of your thumb first. And you see these little doggy pads on the bottom of each finger? They're not really doggy pads, they're people pads. But touch those little pads, because that's where we play. You don't play your fingers straight out. You have your fingers curved, at least for doing this part. All right? So, watch my hand again. Peanut butter. Got that? So once you've mastered the idea of the wrist staccato, then you are going to be able to play so many of these pieces in here. The next piece is called Butterfly. You need your book. You should be watching these videos, one eye on me and one eye on your book. Okay, Butterfly is in 3/4 time, and that means that we have 3 beats to each measure, and Butterfly is saying 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. See that? You can practice on your hand. It's a good idea to even practice doing this on the kitchen table, so you get the idea of your wrist being very, very loose. That's very important for you. Don't worry about these notes over here. This is note reading. It is different from what I'm teaching you now. We're going to talk about the note reading next week. Right now, I'm going to go through as many of these pieces as I can in your book 1 so that you can hear them. That's very important. Music is a listening thing, isn't it? It's not just sight reading, it's ear training. And that's what I want to do. I want to train your ears so that you can become very, very good at the piano and good at listening to yourself. This piece is called Hopping. Hopping. See that? Hand up. It's really saying 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. But for now, it's hopping. Jump, jump, sit. Oh, so we've got 2 jumps and a sit down where we stay for a minute, and then the next finger does jump, jump, and then sit down. It's really saying 1 and 2 and, but you don't have to know that for now. You don't, really. All you have to say to yourself is jump, jump, sit. Jump, jump, sit. Second finger, jump, jump, sit. Each finger gets a turn, right? Jump, jump, sit. Jump, jump, sit. Okay, so don't forget, the music goes up into your ears and then up to your brain and down to your fingers, and that helps you to play your piano. That's why. By the way, I'm using my electronic piano today because sooner or later we're going to get into improvising, and we will need other instruments to listen to do that. This is my composing machine. I hope you're listening to my pieces that I've composed on the YouTube. There's 90 of them so far. At the moment, I'm working on a symphony. And you would do well to listen to some of those and put some remarks after them, because tell me about the ones that you liked. Okie doke. Run, pony. Run, pony. Run, pony. Can you clap that? Run, pony. Run, pony. Here we go. Run, pony. Run, pony. And again, we've got 2 jumps and 1 down. So watch my hand. 1. It's saying run, pony. Run, pony. Okay, I'm going to play the whole piece. Run, pony. Did you hear the one that does not jump? It just stays down. Run, pony. The pony part does the jumping. So you can see why you're going to have to watch this video 3, 4, 5, 6 times to get this into your ears and your hands, as well as looking at your book. So you need the book too. You need the video, you need the book. Okie doke. What some people do is take their cell phone, put this video on, look and watch the video as they're practicing, because it's like having another piano lesson free. You're getting this free. All you have to buy are your books, and each book is approximately $12. So that's what you're paying for this, $12. Get your book. Now we're going to talk about legato. Legato is opposite to staccato, where we are staying down. Now, think of thumb is down, glue the thumb down. Now, this 2 will be glued down when the thumb comes up at the very same time. I'm going to get close to show you this. Okay, you see that? Thumb down, leave it down. It cannot come up until 2 comes down at the same time. See that? Let's try it again. Thumb. And this one comes up when the other one goes down. Now, that stays glued until 3 plays. So you see? Did you see how they, like little marching soldiers? There we go. Can you see that? And then back down, back down, back down. And each one gets a turn so that they're just walking. They're walking like soldiers. This will help your playing to learn a good legato. And I've called this one turtle because turtles go very slow, don't they? Now, next one, when that one's finished, next one. So you need 2 turns, and then the 4th finger goes down when the 3 goes up. Get that? Watch again. The 5 goes down when the 4 comes up. It's not that hard. Okay. Listen to that several times. And now we're going to the left hand to do the same thing. Here's middle C. Here's the C below middle C. You find those 2 black keys and you'll see what C looks like. Pretty soon you'll be able to look at any key and tell what it is. You can practice doing that at home. So now we have peanut butter in the left hand. Nice loose wrist. Very same idea for your left hand. Then we've got butterfly in the left hand, which is even more fun. I think it is. And on with hopping, and the other ones that you did in the right hand, we're going to do in the left hand. Don't put them together. I know it's very tempting, especially for adults, to think that you've got this perfected and you're going to put it together. No, don't put it together. Practice it hands by themselves. You can go as far in your book this week. You can go as far as run a turtle walking. So that would be page 25 in your book. Go only that far. Don't go any further than that, because I would like to teach you the pieces before you try them. Okay? Can we agree to that? I want to teach you how to do it properly before you do it the wrong way. Next week, we're going to be talking about notation, where notes live, and that's lots of fun. Some of you already know how to do that. I realize for a lot of the more advanced beginners, you know some of this stuff already, but I have to start at the beginning because I think we have about 75 beginners who have never touched a piano. So that's why I'm really starting at the beginning. Eventually, I want to get to the point where we've gone through book 5 and 6. It depends on your participation, how many videos I will do. I want to hear from you. Put a comment outside what you want to cover, what you did like to cover, what you don't understand, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you have prepared, any questions. You can also message me on Facebook. Messenger will be great. So today we've learned how to sit, how to order the books, the black key groupings and the white keys where they are, middle C and all the C's, C to G in the right hand and the left hand. And next week I'm going to show you the notes on the cards. We've done from peanut butter to turtle walking in the right hand as well as the left hand. I've played through a lot of book 1 for you and I've enjoyed every minute. It's just been great. It's been wonderful. I want to hear from you because I can't see you. I can't see how you're practicing or what you're doing. I want to keep in touch with you, especially if you're having a problem.